Matters. I'm your host, Javier Betancourt, Executive Director of the Citizens Independent Transportation Trust, or CITT. We're the quasi-independent agency of Miami-Dade County charged with overseeing your half-penny sales tax for transportation. You can learn more about us at miamidade.gov/CITT. But forget about us for a second. We're here to learn about other folks, and particularly people who are here from other parts of the country as part of the 2026 CoMotion Miami Conference, which is being hosted here at Miami-Dade College's Wolfson campus. So I have a great guest here today from Chicago, the Windy City. His name is Jeff Siegel, Digital Infrastructure Solutions Growth Officer with HNTB, which is a global civil engineering firm with a large presence here in Miami as well, right, Jeff?
Yes, we're here and have been here for decades. We do a lot of work for the aviation division of Miami, along with the city, and a lot of work for the Florida DOT as well. We're part of trying to help all the connections that need to happen here in Miami. It's a big part of our success and part of the community's success.
And I have to say, I have personally worked with HNTB in the past. You have a great team here in Miami and the larger region, and just a true pleasure to work with your firm.
Great to hear. Good.
Thank you. So Jeff, what is your background, and tell us more about your role at HNTB?
Sure. So my background, I've actually been with HNTB my entire career, just hit 32 years.
Oh, congrats.
Thanks. Kind of different these days to be in one place, but it's been great. It's been a great pathway and a lot of opportunity. I have an urban planning degree from Indiana University.
Go urban planners.
Yes, planners. Where I immediately saw an opportunity in my career to specialize in how to bring technology and automation to planning solutions. And that soon over my career at HNTB turned into, oh, wait, I could do this in civil engineering. I could do this in all these areas at a time where our clients more and more look for how do we do things more efficiently? How do we do things more creatively? How do we bring innovation to what we do? And so over the years, that turned into a major focus of our clients. So that turned into a major focus of our firm. And so we, as a company, developed a specific part of our firm that's organized around digital infrastructure solutions, knowing that we need to bring more innovation to all the solutions that we do with our clients. And so I'm a part of a national team that really focuses on that. How do we connect more in our firm, create more innovators in our firm that provide better and creative services for our clients?
So CoMotion is a natural fit, right? Because that's what this conference is all about.
Absolutely. This is a really unique conference. It's small, but very, very focused on how do we bring innovation? How do we connect innovators to mobility solutions? So it's a great conference for us because it's a major focus of what we're doing. But it also allows a really small, intimate platform for us to bring our clients to and really connect the dots.
Yeah, it's one of those quality over quantity conferences.
Absolutely.
Although it continues to grow. They have CoMotion LA, CoMotion now in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
So it's, I have to say, 7th year here in Miami, and it's just been wonderful. And one of the great things about it is that they bring in national experts such as yourself. And I understand that you moderated a panel in this conference. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was a great panel just a couple hours ago. So the panel was on the topic, something I'm very passionate about, is culture of innovation. Realizing that if we organize right and bring the right culture to bear, we can find innovation in every corner of an enterprise, an agency, or even a region. So my panel was really interesting because I had 3 panelists from different perspectives. So one was a chief mobility officer at a regional planning organization in Central Ohio. Another was a CIO from Philadelphia. And then a VP of innovation from Florida Polytechnic University. So academic, local government, and regional transportation. So it really gave a really cool profile of how all of them are taking a look at that issue of how do we look for innovation everywhere in our agency or our region and take advantage of it, knowing that innovation doesn't come from the top, right? It can be sparked from the top, but can often come from, an entry-level employee that you never thought had have this really great idea and make something happen.
Now, you can't have a conversation about innovation and technology or digital infrastructure these days without talking about artificial intelligence. It's what this conference this year is actually centered around. So what are your thoughts on AI and both the positives and potential negatives about how it interplays with digital infrastructure and particularly in the mobility space?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not surprised you asked about it. This is a major focus of me almost daily in my role, is trying to figure out how to not only internally in our company embrace artificial intelligence and look for it for automation, for advancing, new solutions with our clients, but also externally helping our clients think about how they're ready to take on an AI solution or connect with another partner that brings a new AI solution and not be able to take the best advantage of those partners. So that's a lot of focus for us. The positive, of course, is it is creating more innovation for sure. We see it every day at HNTB where we're able to do more with less, right? So we can do calculations that thought would take a week. Now they take 2 days, right? Because we're using the latest technology to do that. We also see a lot of interesting solutions with our clients, whether they're using AI, whether it's a digital delivery type solutions, they can evaluate designs quicker, get feedback to our consultants quicker because they have these solutions at hand. But of course, you have to be mindful, are you being responsible? Are you still having a human in the loop, right? And making sure you have the right experts to take a look at it and say, hey, wait a minute, in that context, that analysis isn't right? And so the guard there, of course, is trying to figure out how fast is it going to progress and how fast can we keep our expertise in line with it.
And can we keep it safe and secure?
Yeah,
because
right.
there are a lot of bad things that happen, and if this were to fall in the wrong hands.
Absolutely, right. Especially when you're talking about autonomy and mobility,
exactly.
Right? So that's a lot of our clients are looking at that, whether it's autonomous transit solutions like in Jacksonville, Florida, or, Waymo, which is hitting most urban cities, across the country, and realizing, that you have to have it tested, you have to have ways to audit, but at the same time, not be scared of it because you don't want to take away a new mobility that provides accessibility and new options in congested corridors.
Nor do we really have a choice at this point. This is a runaway train.
Absolutely.
So you're either on the train or going to get run over by it.
Right. But there are ways, of course, and that's where, AI policy or just making sure events like this that you're collaborating, bringing best practices to bear, that you are, not necessarily checking, but know that you have some guardrails in place and knowing what the right solution is for the right problem.
Right. And it could be overwhelming, which is where, having expert consultants or partners really comes in handy, right? Because I tell you, I'm fascinated by AI, but you don't know as a public sector leader sometimes where to begin.
Yeah.
We have this wonderful center here at Miami-Dade College Artificial Intelligence Center. So we're beginning here, and we're going to get our own staff trained by some of the great folks here. But, there's so much information out there that it really helps to have someone who knows what they're doing, does this professionally, kind of help guide you.
Absolutely. That's been a lot of focus for us. We have several engagements. We're helping clients with AI readiness, evaluating innovation partners as well. Is a big part of what we do. We have an innovation council at HNTB where we bring in private partners that make sense for different clients and help our clients ferret through the right solutions for what they're trying to accomplish.
So setting AI aside for a second, what else are you excited about that's kind of on the horizon in this space?
Yeah, so a large focus for us is, I'm going to use a technical term for us, is digital delivery. So a lot of our clients are really trying to take advantage of the new automation, the new ability to take 3D models and use them as documents. So what you typically think of in engineering is plan sheets, right? You look at a plan sheet,
Yeah.
and if you are an engineer, you understand what that visual sees and it, is trying to tell you, but most people don't know how to read a plan sheet.
Sure.
But all of a sudden now we're in a world where software is caught up, where you can actually take 3D models and deliver that as the document. And so that is taking a lot of overhead away from engineering projects and turning that into real dynamic 3D models that contractors can use and ultimately our owners can use for roadway management or management of their assets long-term. So right now we have a lot of engagements with our clients, really advising them how to make that fundamental shift, because it is a big change for sure in our region, in our industry. And so that's a main focus for us right now.
Very cool. So let's see if there are some kind of concrete examples of what digital infrastructure is. Let's use the airport as an example, since that's kind of where you're playing here in Miami. Give us some someone like me who's not a techie. Give us some concrete examples as to what digital infrastructure is and how it is making an airport or a customer experience more efficient, safer, whatever the case may be.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of examples, and a lot of our focus is trying to figure out what the best outcome is for our clients, and helping them really focus on that. So a really great example at an airport solution would be the ability to use AI to help drive passengers to the best route to whatever they're trying to accomplish at the airport, whether it's picking up something, a gift that they forgot to get before they were leaving for the airport, to finding
you know me well
to finding a family friendly restaurant choice before hitting the airport. But also intertwined in that is all the information you need. What gate am I trying to get to? Are there any delays going on? What best time to check my bag in at, before I get to the airport? All this, solutions into really an AI ubiquitous type solution. So you don't even realize you're dealing with it, but you're getting on your phone.
So I had a great conversation with, and I won't use his name, but a high-level executive at American Airlines here in Miami. We're both members of the Greater Miami Chamber of Commerce. And we were talking about AI, and he was talking about how American is using AI to, I guess, create more efficiencies at Miami International Airport. It's a crowded airport, it's a busy airport, and it's kind of landlocked. Can't add more runways, we can't do this. So how do we use AI to kind of allow for more capacity by just streamlining their entire operations? And he said by doing that, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity without having to actually invest in additional capital infrastructure.
Right. Yeah.
So just yet another example.
Yeah, that's a great example. And those systems can intertwine with our public systems too. So, or the Miami airport system, right? So some of the work we've been working with at other airports, Dallas Fort Worth Airport, for example, is helping them use AI to really better predict how long a certain asset will function. So they have sensors built into their gate systems, their curb systems, their water systems, their elevators, escalators, so they can get real-time performance data from that. Then you can build AI models that help predict when will that break down. Have we done preventative maintenance, and how did that affect the real-time performance? So that's another area too, is on the more infrastructure side, how airports can use AI to extend the life of their assets, which means lower cost and better service for everyone going to the airport.
Wow, really exciting stuff. I mean, this is a topic we can talk about for hours on end, but unfortunately we're out of time. And I'm sure you want to catch a panel or two. So we're going to have to stop here. But listen, I want to thank you for being on the program, and thank you for all the good work you're doing at HNTB, and especially here in Miami. We appreciate you.
You bet. Thank you. This has been great.
Thank you. Now, if people want to learn more about HNTB, where can they go?
HNTB.com.
Oh, you keep it simple. I love
Yes.
it. Well, folks, that's all the time we have here on Mobility Matters. I want to thank you for tuning in. And please continue to tune in to our program. We have many other guests lined up, both here at CoMotion and in future weeks. In the meantime, if you want to learn more about us, please visit our website, miamidade.gov. So until then, keep moving, Miami.